Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will explain what you should do in order to save a lot of gold in World of Warcraft. So this is really something I would recommend you to always consider when you are buying very expensive items from the auction house, and also when you're trading items with other players, even from other realms. So I'm sure that all of you are aware that with the release of the pre-patch for the War Within, there is already the Warband system that has been activated. And basically, for those of you who are not really familiar with the Warband system, this system allows you to have a link between all the different characters from your account. And through the Warband system, there are a few functionalities that will help you to really feel like all your different characters are basically linked together. One of these different systems is the new Warband Bank, and this is something you can already unlock right now in the pre-patch. So all you have to do if you haven't unlocked the Warband Bank already is to log in on one of your characters. Normally you will receive a quest that will ask you to go to Kagzetan in Tanaris. Here you can simply use the portal that is either in Stormwind or in Orgrimmar to the Caverns of Time and then fly to Kagzetan. When you're there, you will simply have to do a few quests, and normally maybe after 10 minutes, you will be able to have access to this new Warband Bank, and this is something that you will unlock for all the different characters on your account. So as you can see, this is a new ability that you will be able to again use on any of your characters in your account, and it has a 2-hour cooldown. And basically, when you summon this new Warband Bank, you will have access to all the different items that you decided to put in your bank, and also to all the gold that you have and that you decided to put in your bank. And then you can access this bank through any of your characters. You just have to use this spell and to open the bank, and then you can either deposit or withdraw some money, and you can also just deposit or withdraw some items. So this is a really effective way to simply trade items and gold from one realm to another, and you don't have to go and create another account. You don't have to do any things like that. You can literally just use this new Warband Bank, and this is very simple. So now the reason why this is a really interesting tool in order to save a lot of gold is simply because, let's say for instance right now I'm playing on a very low pop realm and I want to purchase a mount. So let's go in my mount tab, and as you can see, I want to buy the reins of the Crimson Death Charger. As you can see, this mount is currently selling on my realm for 494,000 gold, and this is pretty expensive, but of course with my Warband Bank, I could definitely buy it because I have more than 50 million gold, so I could simply withdraw some of the gold and buy it there. But here there's two things that I would always recommend you to do. First of all, if you have the add-on TSM Trade Skill Master, what you can do is check the regional value for the mount and also see if it's something that sells a lot. And with the regional value, you will usually see if this is a very expensive item or if it's a reasonable price, and also sometimes if it's a really good deal. So here, for instance, as you can see with this mount, it says that on my realm, it's 494,000 gold, but on average on European realms, it's 194,000 gold. And then you can see the same for all these other mounts right here. And sometimes the gap is not going to be very big. Sometimes also the mount will be cheaper than average on your realm. So it really depends, but having TSM with you will always help you to understand if it's an expensive item or not. Now, if you see that there is a big gap between the price on your realm and the regional value, what you can do is try to compare with other realms and try to find another realm where the mount is way cheaper. So here I would really recommend you to use the website, the Undermine Exchange, in order to compare with other realms. And as you will see, it's extremely simple. So let's say, for instance, here again, I want to check the value of the reins of the Crimson Death Charger. You want to go and you want to make sure to be on the right region. If you're playing on North American realms, you need to go on a North American realm. And here, as you can see, there's 351 of these different mounts being sold currently. And the minimum price is 198,000 gold. And also the medium price is 280. So then all you have to do is to go down And here you will be able to see exactly where are the cheapest auctions, and then on every realm, what is the current value. And as you can see on my realm here, it's actually one of the most expensive ones. So then when you have located one realm where there is currently a cheap auctions, all you have to do is to then create a character and log in on that realm. And here again, it really doesn't matter what level your character is. It can be level 1, it can be level 10. You will be able anyway to access the auction house and buy these different items. I would recommend you, if you don't already have a character on this specific realm, to create an allied race, because they will directly be in Orgrimmar or Stormwind, and so you can directly go to the auction house. But it's really up to you, and this is something that will work anyway. So even if you don't have a character on a realm, this is not an issue. So as soon as you're on the realm you've located, you want to open your Warband Bank, and then you want to deposit or withdraw the money. So here, for instance, I need some gold. So let me, for instance, withdraw. We said it was 200,000 gold. So let me withdraw the 200,000 gold. Then let's search for the items. So this is this amount right here. And as you can see, probably someone already bought it and resold it to make a profit on it. So I need 50 more thousand gold. So just go back on the bank. You want to withdraw 50,000 gold more. And then you want to go back there. And this time you want to buy the item. And when this is done, as you can see, you will be able to then directly either learn the mount if you can. So of course, you just want to go and pick up the item here. And then if you can directly learn the mount. So here my character is level 14, so I could learn the mount. But if you're playing on the level 1, for instance, you just want to put the mount in your Warband Bank, and then you want to log back in on another character, and you will be able to then learn the mount on this other character. So really, as you can see right now, just in like a few minutes, I was able to save 200,000 gold very easily by simply doing a quick search and by buying the mount for a way cheaper price on another realm. So this is something you should do for all the different big ticket items you're planning to buy from the auction house. Of course, I would not recommend you to do that with every single item, because it's still something that will require you a little bit of research and that will take a little bit more time. But like that, trust me, you will be able to save a lot of gold. Especially, I think a really good example for me is going to be in the War Within. Let's say, for instance, you want to buy some of the new raid BOEs that have a really good eye level, but right now in your realm, they're all super expensive. By using this technique, you will be able to go on other realms where you can find these items for maybe less than twice the price. And like that, you will be able to save a lot of gold. Same, let's say you're someone who is into professions and everything, and you want to buy some of the new BOE recipes that sometimes are very expensive. Well, what you can do is, again, do this technique, go on the realms where there's already a lot of them being sold for a cheap price and buy them there, and then put them in your Warband Bank and use them on the other realm where your character with the right profession is located. So this is really something that you can do with all these other items that are not yet region-wide, because of course, remember, all the different materials and everything are already region-wide, so here it doesn't really matter. It will be the same across all the different realms in your region. But for all these other items such as mounts, transmogs, gears, and this type of things, this is going to be a really, really, really efficient way for you to save millions of gold. And then, of course, next to saving a lot of gold, you can also make a lot of gold that way, because here, for instance, using the same example, let's say that now that I have this mount, I actually don't want to use it, but I want to make some gold with it. Well, I can go back on one of the realms where the mount is selling for a lot of gold. As you can see, it's just there. And when you're on that specific realm, you can then go on the auction house and sell it for sometimes double the price or even more. So this is really something that can also be super, super useful if you want to make some gold, and if you're not scared to sometimes like flip some of these different items and have to sell them back on the auction house. Especially, I would say, with some of these big ticket items, when you see that, let's say I bought it at the cheapest value possible almost on all the different realms in my region. So I'm pretty sure I won't lose any gold. But again, if you're not too scared of losing some gold in the process, then that can be a really, really efficient way to make a lot of gold. And again, here, what you can do is to go on the Oribos exchange website, try to target specific items that have a really good sell rate and that you know are valuable, and try to find some realms where they're extremely cheap and very valuable, and just buy them where they're cheap, transfer them back where they're valuable, and sell them there. And of course, the last thing that I will mention, and that's going to be very, 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 very important for you to remember if you are planning to make some gold with professions in the War Within, is the fact that, for instance, let's say you are crafting some of the new items and you are one of the first to be able to craft all these different items. Well, what you can do is simply on your main realm, craft a bunch of them, really a lot of them, and then you want to put all of them in your Warband Bank. And then on each of your different realms in your region, you can create a character, take some of these different items from the bank, and then sell them there. And like that, you will be able to basically sell these items across your entire region, even though on the auction house, these are not region-wide yet. And this is really something that will probably help you to make a lot of gold super, super easily. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really wanted to talk about this topic because I'm sure many of you already know how to use this new system and how to save gold and also make gold using this new system. But I'm sure also some of you haven't really had the time yet to pay attention to it. And this is something you should start using right now because, again, you can save a lot of gold by doing that. Also, again, in the War Within, this is going to be super, super important. Let's say, for instance, you're farming some of the different raid BOEs or you're getting something valuable and on your realm it's not selling. Use your Warband Bank and sell it on another realm where it's selling for a lot of gold. And same if you want to purchase some new items and they're too expensive on your realm, really make sure to use these because otherwise you're going to lose a lot of gold. And eventually what's going to happen is that most realms are going to kind of equalize in terms of the different values because of this new system. But at least it's not going to happen for a few months. And so this is why it's still going to be important for you to do this extra step in order to save some gold. And to be completely fair, with this new Warband system and this new Warband Bank and also cross-realm trading and all of that, I'm pretty sure that at some point Blizzard will implement region-wide auction house for all the different categories of items. But again, it's not going to happen tomorrow because it will require them a lot of work. And so for now, this is probably the most efficient way for you to do all of that region-wide without losing any gold in the process. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.